All right, this is part of my nothing video series where I speak about life, thoughts, death, just philosophical stuff. If you're interested to see more videos like this, just there's a playlist. Uh, you can check on YouTube playlist. There's a nothing series. I've made 100 videos previously, and there are now this is the second episode of until I make another 100 videos. Do watch it at 1.5x speed because I'm fasting. Today is the 8th day, no food. So yeah. So what I was saying was today my thoughts are more moving towards uh, yes, marriage, yeah, and relationships. In fact, if you check my history, you would know that I've had 3 divorces. This is my 4th marriage. Okay, and for a normal layperson, when you tell them you're divorced, they're like, it's a shock, it's a taboo, it's a very bad, ugly mark. But if you see my case, I not only have a divorce, I have 3, and this is my 4th marriage. And now I'll shock you by telling you this that just yesterday, I had a discussion with my wife on divorce. You'll be like, what the hell, man? You have such a perfect family and such a good, loving wife and such a beautiful family. Yeah, that is because you see the photograph, the Instagrammable moments, or the Facebook. All couples, they show you only the best. There's a lot goes on behind the scenes. Now, don't get the wrong impression that there are problems in my marriage. There is none. But there are ups and downs. There's no problems, but there are ups and downs that every couple faces. And most of them will never share it because, you shouldn't. The only ones who share are influencers who want attention or celebrity stars. Like to make a big masala out of it. But obviously, I don't share the bad side. But in this video, I'm just going to share with you the thought process. So I'll just make the long story short. Ever since I've given my wife a salary, before she had access to unlimited cash. So it was a privilege which was like unlimited cash. But now I've made it. Every month I give you this much. You have to live within the budget. She had asked for $1,000 a day. I said no. You'll only get 200 for you and 200 for the baby. Now that is not like too cheap, but that's definitely not luxurious. Like she was expecting $1,000, and this is only for food, not for anything. Water, electricity, transportation, up and down, shopping, all that I take care. Only for food. So she got very, angry with that. And obviously, how does a spouse show displeasure or anger? By putting on a grumpy, angry face. Which my wife, being younger than me by I think 11 years, she's young. She has not seen life. So she was putting on an angry face and being grumpy, and which for me, I'm used to it. But sometimes what happens is, and given the fact that I'm fasting, my energy levels are low. I'm very irritable, yeah. This one adds to the pressure, and obviously work and clients and the 7 yards. So she continued this for 1 day, 2 day, 3 day, 4 day. And yesterday what happened was we went out. So I taken her out, and I'd planned like almost 6 places, which is very exhausting, especially when you don't eat. And then when I checked the camera, I saw the dog was barking. My neighbor had just complained, 2, 3 neighbors. They're mostly Russians and English, Americans, Canadians. They had come in the morning and said, please, your dog, when you're not there at home, it keeps barking like mad. It's spoiling our sleep, it's disturbing us. And I'm a person who likes to be peaceful with everyone. So I told them point blank, what can I do about it? I can't control a dog. And they're saying, we have been here from 7 months. I told them, I've been here from 7 years. You came new. I'm not new. But I told them respectfully, I'll do my best because I want to be at peace with everyone. They said, fine. They said, I'll do my best. So I didn't give them any guarantees. So after driving down nearly 10 kilometers, when I checked the video, the dog was incessantly barking at everyone and everything. There was no intruder, nothing. And it was irritating me. So I was like imagining how much it must irritate those other neighbors. So I was so pissed off. Then told my wife, come. While we were shopping, we drove all the way back. Came back here. My wife told me, don't hit the dog, please. I said, fine, I'll not hit it. But then we had bought a mouth guard. And I know this is not the way to control a dog. But I didn't have any other way but to tape, sellotape, no? Put it around the mouth. So this mouth guard, and I told, just let it be there. My wife was feeling very bad about it. But I told her, how the fuck are we going to go out? What solution you want? What, one of us stay and guard the dog? We have to go out. And if the dog starts screaming and shouting, the neighbors might end up calling the police and making a big issue. Or you want me to get rid of the dog or put the dog in on the road or kill it? I was pissed off. So, okay, fine. After doing that, I drove off. I was really angry. Drove off to the shopping, everything. And obviously, even though I was angry, I wanted to make sure wife and baby were happy. I let the wife, baby play in the play area, the kids' play area, soft toys and swing and slide and all that. And wife, I bought her something to eat. I sat there, not eating anything. Now, I know you must be wondering why I'm giving all these details. I'll come to that. So what happened was, after this, my daughter asked for French fries. She loves Burger King French fries. So I was pretty pissed off with the fact that last time, 2 times, I bought my daughter French fries and she wasted it. And I'm a person who hates wasting food. Seriously, I cannot tolerate wasting food. I come from very humble beginnings. I've lived a life of poverty. I cannot stand if someone wastes food. So I told my wife, I'm in the right mind to say no, but I'll take the baby to give her French fries. Make sure you ask her first, will she finish it? And she has to finish it. She said, fine. In between, as we were coming, there was a coffee shop where I'm like a premium customer because it's an expensive coffee shop because I buy in bulk. Nobody buys in bulk. It's expensive ice creams, homemade chocolates, homemade, muesli with whatever, milk and all that. So I told her this. She said, fine. So I went to the coffee shop. They gave a few samples. Oh, it's windy and rainy. 3 branches are falling. I better go back. So as I was telling her this, they gave a few sample pieces, which I don't give everyone because they're expensive. But they gave it to her. I gave her 2 or 3 nice pieces which are expensive. My daughter said no. Fine. Gave it to my wife. She ate. And then we went to Burger King. Now, one detail I forgot to mention is throughout the whole day, my wife was acting grumpy. She was not talking properly. She was showing a long face. And I was just trying to ignore it. And then by the time we went to Burger King, she was making an even longer face. And one more thing, she was constantly going to the toilet every half an hour, 15 minutes. She has this bad habit. Whenever I take her out, she'll always go to the toilet. It always irritates me. It's like only when I take her out, every 15 minutes, half an hour, and she'll tell me, oh, I want to go pee, I'm getting, what do you call that, lose motion. Only when I have a nice day planned. I hate that. She doesn't have the same problem when she's going with her relatives. I don't know what it is, psychological or... By the way, my mouth is dry. I forgot to bring my water. So, by the time I took her to Burger King, she was making a grumpy face. She had already gone to the toilet, I think 4 times by that time. It was already irritating me. The dog, her, this whole drama. Then after the french fries is what, my daughter started acting up. No, I don't want this french fry. I want french fry with the juice. And that time I kind of lost my cool. I told my daughter, told my wife to translate, you better eat this. This is the last time you're coming for french fries. Last time. And I told her very sternly. And she understood. She kept quiet and she was eating it. Because how much patience can you have? But then I saw my wife's face and she was acting like closing her eyes and acting as if she's in pain. And she was looking the other side all the while. At some point I could not take it anymore. Kept quiet. I tried talking to her politely. And then finally I told her, I said, look here. She looked at me. I said, let me make one thing clear. I'm not a guy who's violent. I don't raise my hand. I used to talk to you, correct you. I used to shout. 7 years we had this bullshit drama where once in 6 months you always do some shit. Either you're not doing work properly or you're lazy or you're watching TV or, nobody's perfect. I'm not trying to say that she's at fault. But, there's silly things we fight about. So I said, now you're started again. I have been putting the effort throughout the day to give you and her a good time. You're giving me this attitude. I told her, I'll take you right now, drop you to the airport, bye-bye. I can do it right now. And I'm a guy who am capable of doing that. I said, we can end this marriage, we can end this relationship. I'm not interested in drama. I'm not interested in complicating my life. That dog, if it complicates my life, I'll get rid of it. If you complicate my life, bye-bye. I have gotten married, I brought you into my life to make your life and my life better, not your life and my life worse. And I've given you all the money, gold, bank account, unlimited expenses, whatever you want. And you're still acting like a spoiled brat. I said, I'm not going to take this. And she saw the seriousness. I told her, we can finish it right now. And I will. I told her. And then finally she changed her mood and changed her face. No, nothing. I was just feeling stomach pain because I ate that ice cream. And I ate another ice cream, so I'm feeling like vomiting. And she gave me all the reasons. I just told her, why couldn't you tell me that you're feeling like vomiting, you're feeling loose motion, you're feeling whatever? She said, no, I didn't want to tell you. I said, how am I supposed to know? I said, whole day you're making a long face. You didn't tell me what was the problem. It's raining now. So, finally we came home. After we came home, you know, I wanted to have the discussion, but we didn't. Today, when I was sleeping, she came into my room and she took my, which she normally does, took my wallet, which was normal from before, took some money out, I don't know for what. And I woke up because I'm a light sleeper. And then she came back, kept the wallet. After I got up, I was taking my nap. I came out and I was waiting for her to bring it up. Why did she take the wallet? Finally, I asked her, what was the thing? And she said, oh, I just had to pay the delivery guy. So it was something for me. So I told her, I don't want you touching my wallet. Okay? And that time she got a shock. She felt very insulted. And I told her. And, she almost had tears in her eyes. She said, oh, you don't trust me, you don't love me. I told her, who made that mistake of giving money from my account to another stranger, a Thai person? Who did? She said, I did. Who broke the trust that we had? She said, I did. So, you have to pay the price, right? She said, but it's only a mistake. Anybody can make a mistake. Then I asked her, my addiction was sex and females. Is it okay I have sex with a female and say it was a mistake? She said, no. Why? No, you cannot. She said, because you're my husband. So I can't make a mistake, but you can. So I said, it's not a mistake. You did it knowing fully that I had given you instructions right from the day we got married. Every single day, every video I posted, I used to say, my wife will never take a single bath without my permission. And you kept this tradition for 6 years, 7 years. Then how did you suddenly forget? And she did not once, twice. And then we had a conversation. We had a lengthy conversation. And I told her, see, listen, I do love you. There's no doubt. Others I wouldn't have, stayed with you. I wouldn't have forgiven you after what you did. I said, if I want to sleep with women behind your back, you cannot stop me. I'm the guy who earns money. There are many married couples where the guy earns a lot, he does whatever the fuck he wants. I told her, I've given you more gold. You're the only person in the whole family who has the maximum amount of gold. I bought it. I've given you bank account, all the money. Nobody has life easy. So when you have everything going good for you, what are you complaining about? And she kept quiet. And I said, the only thing I asked you was loyalty, obedience, and trust. Can't you give me that? She said, but I made a mistake. I said, oh, same. Should I go and sleep with the woman right now and say I did a mistake? She said, no. So we had this hardcore conversation. And I told her very nicely, not in anger. I told her, see, listen, I got married to you to give you a good life and for me to have a good life. For you to have peace of mind and for me to have peace of mind. I didn't marry you to make my life worse. Neither did I marry you to make your life worse. So let's work together to make this relationship happen. Don't complicate it. And you cannot have a marriage where everything goes your way. Like you want $1,000 a day, unlimited expenditure, unlimited, stuff to buy. Doesn't work that way. I said, you have lived a simple life in the village. You have to continue living that simple life. Why I'm giving you the protocol for discipline? Simply because it will spoil you. I'm making video. Yeah, TV is not working. Okay, it's raining, so I cannot go up. So, what I was saying was, I told her in the village you lived a certain lifestyle. I want you to continue living that lifestyle, but I'm not going to make you live that lifestyle. I'll give you much more. But don't ask for luxury. That also every day. To give you an idea, maybe you'll think I'm stingy. The fruit durian. Durian is the most expensive fruit for Thai people. Most expensive. My wife used to eat that once a year. Okay? That also a small piece. When she was in the village. After she married me, before she used to buy once in 6 months, then it became once in 3 months, soon it became once a month, then it became once a week, very soon it became every single day. I'm not joking. And I didn't complain, I was not angry, I let her have it every single day. She would eat that, she would eat prawns, crabs, shells. These 3 items, including squid, she would eat once in 3 months or 4 months. Hey, go down. It's a dog. So she would eat once in 3 months or once in... No. So before she would eat once in 3 months or once in 6 months. After she got married to me, she used to eat it every day. Now you'll be like, oh, stop being silly. My dear, if you're married and you calculate buying lobster, shrimps, crabs, prawns, and the most expensive fruit, just calculate how much does it come every single day. And for my daughter, I take her every day to the convenience store and buy her any toy she wants, irrespective of the cost, every single day. In fact, she has, the garbage bucket? She had around 5 of them filled with all toys. So, I'm not saying that I'm the perfect father or the perfect husband, but I had given her unlimited access to cash, access to my bank account, access to my social media, access to everything. Only thing she had to ask me before doing anything. So she violated the trust. So the point I'm trying to tell you through this video is, I told my wife very clearly, you want to make the relationship work, okay, you have to do your due diligence and you cannot take things for granted. You cannot expect to break trust. Trust is like glass. You break the glass, you can glue it together. And there is a price to pay. And because she broke the trust, there is a price to pay. So I told her, I know you will not steal from my wallet. I know you will not steal. But you have lost the privilege of unlimited access. You have lost the privilege of taking my wallet whenever you like and doing whatever you want. So she understood. And then we kept talking, and yes, she did cry in between, and she did share her thoughts. And she told, usual stuff. Oh, you don't love me, So what I told her, I showed her how much gold I bought for her. I showed her all the photographs of all the gifts, all the bank account, all the money that I'm paying for a mother, for a family, for insurance, for everything. And then she kept quiet because she knew she's not going to get this anywhere. And in the end, she apologized and said, I'm sorry, it's my mistake. But I just want you to be nice. I said, you want good life, you want good money, you want good everything, and you want me to be sweet? I said, I can't be a perfect guy, man. I'm constantly under stress. So it's just that I don't show you, I don't tell you. So the point of this whole video is to tell you, marriage takes a lot of work. Okay, marriage takes a lot of work, a lot of effort, and communication is the key. And you have to be very clear with your partner on if things don't work out, how will you break up, how will you have the divorce, how will you separate. It has to be very clearly stated, right, explicitly on day one. Not expecting that, oh, our relationship is forever, marriage is forever. It doesn't work that way. You have to have that communication. What are the terms and conditions on which the marriage will break? And if it is violated, then the person should be held to task. If I sleep around, I can sleep. You think I'm not a man? You think I don't feel like sleeping with some attractive chick going down on me and giving me pleasure? Which man wouldn't want to do that? And I was staying 7 months alone. Alone. Who was there to watch? Who was there to see? Try sending a man alone where there's unlimited access to sex, easy access to sex, and cheap. My priorities are different. I'm at a different phase of my life, so I'm not interested in all this. So, anyway, it's a non stop process of communicating to your partner. Only then your partner realizes. And trust me, if you're going to get married, you need to have these conversations with your partner. And that is why I always prefer to take a partner younger than me, more humble, controllable, moldable. Because otherwise, if you get someone with a big ego and, too much in their head, I'll tell you, the drama in your life will be something you cannot tolerate. You'll not have peace of mind, your life will be miserable, and I have absolutely no intention of living in a miserable house. My house, my home, till now has been peaceful. Yes, there are moments of up and down. But overall, I'll tell you, it's the most perfect relationship I could ask for. Anyway, this is what I wanted to share with you. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Feel free to criticize me if you think I'm wrong. But remember, marriage takes a lot of work, and communication is the key. And, you have to talk before you even get married. You have to talk on the terms of divorce, why the relationship would break, and be clear. So there's no assumptions or gray areas. Anyway, different people have different ways of living their life. This is mine. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. All right? You guys take care. This is me signing off. Ciao.